Canto 3. I am the way into the city of woe. I am the way into eternal pain. I am the way to go among the lost. Justice caused my high architect to move. Divine omnipotence created me, the highest wisdom and the primal love. Before me there were no created things, but those that last forever, as do I. Abandon all hope, you who enter here. I saw these words of dark and harsh intent, engraved upon the archway of the gate. Teacher, I said, their sense is hard for me. And he came, and he to me, as one who read my thoughts. Here you must leave distrust and doubt behind. Here you must put all cowardice to death. We have come to the place I spoke about, where you would see the souls who dwell in pain. For they have lost the good of intellect. And after he had laid his hand on mine, with cheerful countenance, strengthening my resolve, he led me to the secret things below. Their sighs and moans and utter wailing swept, resounding through the dark and starless air. I heard them for the first time, and I wept. Shuddering din of strange and various tongues, sorrowful words and accents pitched with rage, shrill and harsh voices, blows of hands with these, raised up a tumult, ever swirling around, in that dark air untinted by a dawn, as sand grains whipping when the whirlwind blows. Said I, a blind of horror held my brain, my teacher, what are all these cries I hear? Who are these people conquered by their pain? And he to me, this state of misery is clutched by those sad souls whose works in life merited neither praise nor infamy. Here they're thrown in among that petty choir of angels who were for themselves alone, not rebels and not faithful to the Lord. Heaven drives them out to keep its beauty pure, nor will the deep abyss receive their souls, lest they bring glory to the wicked there. And I, teacher, what weighs upon their hearts? What grief is it that makes them wail so loud? And he responded, a few words will do. These souls, immortal, have no hope for death, and their blind lives crept groveling so low they leer with envy at every other lot. The world allows no rumor of them now. Mercy and justice hold them in contempt. Let's say no more about them. Look and pass. And I, beholding, saw a banner fly, whirling about and racing with such speed, it seemed that it would scorn to stand or pause, and all behind that flag in a long file. So numerous a host of people ran, I had not thought death had unmade so many. When I had recognized a few of these, I saw and knew at once the shade of him, the craven one, who made that great denial. Immediately I understood the truth. This was the low sect of those paltry souls, hateful to God and to his enemies. These worthless wretches, who had never lived, were pricked to motion now perpetually, by flies and wasps that stung their naked limbs, and ran the blood in furrows down their faces, which mingled with their tears, fell to their feet, where lonesome maggots gathered up the rot. When I had turned my gaze ahead, I saw a band of people gathered at the banks of a broad river. Teacher, if you please, let me know of those people, And what law makes them appear so eager to cross over, from what I make out through the feeble light? And he responded, These things will be made plain to you when we fix our steps upon the melancholy shores of Acheron. Then, with eyes fallen low and full of shame, fearing that I had burdened him with talk, I held my words until we reached the stream. And look here, coming at us in a boat, an old man, hair and lank skin white with age, hollering, Woe to you, you crooked souls! Give up all hope to look upon the sky. I come to lead you to the other shore, into eternal darkness, fire, and ice. And as for you there, you, the living soul, get away from these others who are dead. But when he saw that I would not depart, he said, Another way, another port, will bring your passage to the shore, not here. A lighter boat must carry you across. Quit grumbling, Charon, said my guide. Be still, no questions. Only know that this is willed, where power is power, to do whatever it will. Then all at once the ghoulish jowls fell quiet, those of the rower of that livid swamp, whose furious eyes yet flashed with wheels of fire. And when they heard the old man's cruel words, those naked and exhausted souls turned white, gnashing their teeth with fury for their fate, hurled blasphemy at God and at their parents, at the whole human race, the place, the time, and the seed of their begetting and their birth. Then all these people, wailing bitterly, gathered upon the cursed river bank that awaits each man who does not fear the Lord. Charon the demon, eyes of fiery coal, signals them all to get into the boat, smacks with his oar the soul that lags behind, as in the fall when leaves are lifted off. One drops, another, till the naked branch sees all its garment laying on the earth. So the bad seed of Adam, one by one, tossed themselves from the shore at Charon's side, as hawks returning to the master's call. They cross the murky waters, and before they disembark upon the farther side, another throng has gathered at the shore. My gracious teacher spoke to me, My son, all the souls that die beneath the wrath of God from every nation here collect in one. And they are prompt to cross the river, for justice divine so goads and spurs them on, that what they fear turns into their desire. No good soul ever passes by these ways, and so, if Charon rails about you, well, you know how to interpret what he says. He finished, and the gloomy plains of hell shook with such might that though the terrors passed, it bathes me in a sweat to think of it. That tear-drenched land heaved forth a sudden blast, flashing a lightning bolt as red as fire, that vanquished all my senses, and I fell, as a man falls whom sleep has overcome. End of Canto 3.